they're an easy explanation for this stuff. It's just, but we were heavy-legged to start this thing.
After a rough start to the first half, the Panthers quickly started to battle back. EIU senior forward Chris Olivier says the team had a different mindset in the second meeting against their opponent.
Coach just said we just got to make it a gritty game. You know, we just got to play tough. You know, slow the game down. You know, they got a lot of guards that could you know, penetrate and get in the lane. So we just tried to work on that.
Even though Eastern protected the lane well, UT Martin continued draining shots from the outside as Skyhawks guard Devell Smith hits this three to keep his team ahead.
At half, EIU trails by 5, but they've been playing a hard game, and it seems like they're going to start lighting up the board at any second.
Although the Panthers caught fire in the second half, the Skyhawks kept answering back all the way up until Marshawn Newell missed the go-ahead 2, sending it into overtime. During OT, EIU forced many turnovers, but rebounds weren't as easy for them, and UT Martin's Howard Twyman got this final rebound and score to end the game 75-73. Spoonhauer says his team played well, but their opponent had too many second-chance opportunities.
We were smart offensively, and we got the ball where we wanted to get it. Chris made his foul shots. We got caught standing on it. We stood and watched them rebound the ball. It's tough one to take because it was big for both of us, and they went and got it. And we'll just have to go see if we can win it.
In Charleston, this is Nathan Page for WEIU Sports Watch.
Keith Walcott is a cyclist with one goal: to finish the race he's been dreaming about since he picked up the sport 20 years ago. But Walcott says this achievement will be tougher than you might think.
Quite a few qualify, but only about 300 in the last 32 have succeeded. So not many actually succeed. About 50% who try fail.
This task is something no cyclist can accomplish alone, and that's why his wife Ellen Walcott will be in charge of a team of 8, which will make sure he makes it to the finish line.
As crew chief, I'm in charge of the 8-member crew that we have going along with him. RAM requires every racer to have at least 2 support vehicles and 2 crew members in each of those, and we're going to go with 3 vehicles and 8 crew members.
Walcott started his training for the race last year, and he says every part of his workouts have been intense, and lately he's had to up the ante.
The last 6 weeks I've been doing 500 miles a week.
But it hasn't just been Keith preparing for this feat. Ellen has had more than a handful of tasks come her way this past year.
I spent several months putting together maps of the course because the maps that we get from the actual race people don't have enough detail on it to help us avoid missing turns.
Missing turns was far from the Walcott's minds just a year ago. Keith wasn't even trying to qualify for the race when he got the news he'd be making this coast-to-coast trip.
I didn't plan on doing this race. I was just doing this other race, and it happened to be a qualifying race, and then I got to thinking about it and thinking that maybe there's a chance I could do it.
Since then, the race across America has completely taken over their lives.
We just basically think and talk RAM most of the time.
In Charleston, I'm Nate Page for WEIU Sports Watch.